Welcome to Tea of Interiors, a holistic approach to interior design. I'm Dee.
And I'm Alicia.
And welcome, guys, to a very special episode of Tea Over Interiors. Today, we are joined by our very first consultation guest on the pod. Her name is Sheika.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to join one of my favorite podcasts.
And we are
We
so
love
happy to have you. Okay, so, before we get into that, ladies, I need to know what you're sipping on.
Okay, well, I'm sipping on a tea blend that's called cold and flu tea because we're all sick in the house today.
Oh,
Yeah. So this tea, I got it from a place in Queens called Original Herbal Remedies, and they make like a blend of different teas for all different kind of things. So I got the cold and flu.
all right. Okay.
Mhm.
Sounds good.
And what about you, Alicia? What you over there sipping on?
Today I decided to do my favorite, the coconut oolong from Brooklyn Tea.
Okay, nice.
Love
nice.
it. Love it.
So today I have my matcha green tea with turmeric. I don't know if you can really tell there's turmeric in there. And in addition to my tea, I have also added my favorite little shot that I always talk about called Magic Mind. And Magic Mind has helped me be able to be more productive, to not feel so lethargic throughout the day. It has all the necessary nutrients my body needs. It has ashwagandha for memory and anxiety. It has lion's mane. It's so great. And it's just a little shot, and you can put it in whatever you're drinking. So I love it. I want to encourage everyone to try it out as well. If you're like me, I totally recommend that you go and check them out at magicmind.com/Jan T over Interiors. And it's very important that you write JAN T over Interiors, our podcast, and use my code T over 20 because this month, January, if you really want to gear up to crush your 2024 New Year's goals, resolutions, whatever plans you want to do and be fully focused, you can get 1 free month when you're subscribing to 3 months. So make sure you do it. Go on the site, www.magicmind.com/Jan T over Interiors. Use my code T over 20, and it's an extra 20% off, which is going to give you up to 75% off. But guys,
That's
it
awesome.
only lasts until the end of January. So hurry up before it goes away. Okay, so let's move on to the randomness.
What you got for us today, Dee?
All right. So I don't know if you guys know this, but my favorite game, if I'm going to play a game, is Tetris. And recently, this week actually, a 13-year-old named Willis Gibson from Oklahoma was the first ever to beat Nintendo's version of Tetris, which came out in 1985 and was invented in 1984 by a Soviet engineer. The way he knew he won the game was not because it said, you win, or how when you win some games, it just like starts over at 0. The screen went black and basically he crashed the whole system. He crashed the whole gaming system. Now he was actually playing live on Twitch, I believe. And so people could see him and his live score and his reaction, which I thought was pretty cool. He made it to 999,999 points. He was 1 point from a billion, and the game couldn't count any further. People had originally thought that they could only make it up to level 2 something, but this kid surpassed that. So I thought that was a cool random fact because I really love that game. But also, what's not a game, guys?
Talk to us. What
What
not
is-
again?
What's not a game is our closet, ladies. Our closet will
Lord
be
have mercy.
the death of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
matter how much we try to organize and create storage and make space, it really comes down to some basic principles as well as some discipline. Now I know it's kind of hard for us to have discipline, you know. Sometimes you might be out, see a pair of shoes, you see a cute little skirt, you know you're going somewhere in a few days and you're like, I gotta have it. But there are some rules that we need to give to ourselves so that way we don't become overwhelmed like our dear friend here, Sheikah.
That overwhelmed. I had to reach out for help because it was my last resort
Yeah.
before I go crazy looking at this closet every day.
Yes, and you know, it's funny because when our homes have something that's not right, like something's not organized, it's an eyesore not only to our eyes, but also our brains. Our brains actually want organization. Even though you may see a lot of people are not able to organize, your brain is actually very orderly and it wants organization. I mean, look at our just structures of our faces, very organized, right? You have the symmetry and everything is in place. There's nothing like smushed. Everything is just like proportion is just so. That's nature. So we find order in nature. How can we mimic this in our homes? So today we're going to talk to Sheikah about some of the challenges that she's having with her closet. We're going to talk about some of the solutions that I gave her. And we're also going to give her additional solutions now that I see that she took some of the first steps that I suggested to her. So, Sheikah, when you first came to me, your closet, you couldn't actually close those doors behind you. Can we get like a little look of what it looks like today?
Okay, yeah, it looks better, but still needs help. Okay, so let me angle this more. So this is it open now. I have some space here. I can like go through stuff like this and
Okay.
see. Before I couldn't do that, it was piled up. Then I put the shoes, some of them over here. You can see that over there a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And the closets couldn't really close, but now they do. But I figured out another reason why they didn't close. I have these hooks
Yes. I was just going to say,
there from really closing. So even though I cleaned it out, it still doesn't close all the way, which drives me crazy because imagine looking at a dysfunctional closet, everything spilling over, and you can't even just like close the door and pretend like it's not there for like a second. So every time I wake up in the middle of the night to turn over, I see this dark image with all these stuff hanging. It's just mind bothering. So I took your advice. I took out all my summer clothes
Mhm.
and put them in the vacuum Ziploc bag, which I stored those all away. And that's how I was able to get the room in here. And I
Excellent.
took away some stuff too, 2 bags of clothes.
Excellent. Okay, so you've purged your closet, which was going to be my first advice. Was my first advice to you when we first spoke. I
Yeah.
asked you to purge your closet and get rid of things that you don't want, don't fit, don't need, haven't
Yeah.
worn. And then I asked you to separate because we're in winter right now, and I asked you to separate your seasonal clothing and put them into Ziploc storage bags that they make for clothing where you can vacuum seal them. And
Yeah.
Alicia, they go
Yeah.
so flat. If you do
Yeah,
it
I
right,
know.
they're
I've
like
done them.
so flat. So I've been doing that for so very, 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 very long that I haven't even realized it. Now,
Wow.
the next thing that I had asked you was to measure the closet because looking at the closet, you are going to need a closet system
Mhm.
because we need to give you some space for your dresses, your skirts, your pants, etc. Now, you share this closet with your husband?
Yeah. His
Okay.
stuff is there too. Mine takes up more of the space. And right here.
You're kidding.
Nope. That's all that's just work stuff. Now he does have another closet over here, but that one I haven't touched and that one is disastrous.
Okay, so the other closet that's on the other side, the smaller closet, I was thinking because you told me you had like 27 pair of shoes, right? I was thinking that that should become a shoe closet. Would that be possible? Do you hang things in that closet? How are you using that closet? Can we take a peek?
Oh, sure. Okay, this closet. Brace yourselves.
Which
You
is
know,
shorter. It's a shorter closet, guys. It's not the other closet is regular closet height, about 8 feet inside. This closet probably is only about, what would you say, 5 feet, Sheikah?
yeah, it's about 5 feet in height. I mean, it goes up a little higher, but you can't really put it angles. It's like a triangle up there.
And also you have shelving in there.
Yeah. and
Yeah.
some shoes too at the bottom.
Okay. So what I'm thinking that this should be your accessory / shoe closet. And so you're going to probably need some of those shoe bins so that you can really
Mhm.
stack your shoes on the top level. So
Mhm.
that way you would put, again, you're going to separate your summer from your winter. And you put all the summer at the bottom and your things you need accessible closer to you at the top.
Okay.
We're going to have to figure out how many bags you have, and then we'll figure out a system for your bag.
Okay. Between my husband and I, we have about 50 shoes.
Okay, that's not too bad. I thought you were going
Mhm.
to say 100.
No, but probably like 50 or
Okay,
so.
so 50 is not too bad. So I think that second closet is going to have to be used for shoes and accessories.
Okay.
And we'll store them neatly. I'll show you how to do that.
Mhm.
So now for the side of your bed, I noticed that you don't have any nightstand.
Right. I don't.
So I think what we need to do there is we need to get some kind of storage for you there because by your bed would be a nice opportunity. Your socks and your underwear.
Oh,
So
I never thought of that. Okay.
I would say like maybe like a kind of tallish chest. We'll look for something because I need the size space that you have there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could put some things there. And then your dressers will be where you can store like the seasonal stuff at the bottom. And at the top will be your more accessible things, t-shirts, things like that, that you wear on a regular basis throughout
Okay.
the season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alicia, do you have any suggestions for Sheikah?
We discussed that before meeting with her, so I agree with you entirely. I don't know how much room you have on the sides of your bed, but with the
Mm-hmm.
nightstands, I have something that I've used with my clients for years, and it's really a bachelor's chest. So it's not a nightstand that has a typical limited capacity.
Exactly. She's going to need more storage. Yep.
Absolutely. And bachelor's chests are actually big, a little more bulky, but you'll have more depth in the drawers, and they're going to be taller than a
Oh,
more shallow drawer that you would typically find in a nightstand. So look for yourself. You could even look for vintage pieces. I don't know if that's your style, but I chose two bachelor chests that are really nicely like scaled. They're
oh,
pretty big. And this way, you're not feeling like you're limited
okay.
with the drawer space, right, Dee?
Exactly.
I'm
So
writing that down so I could look for it. Bachelor chest. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
once you tell me the size of the space, it looks like maybe you only have about 18 inches there, but I could be wrong.
Some good space here. I do on each side. I think actually give you a 0.
Let's see.
Well, it has the AC there, but you can see this is
hmm
the bed, and then I have this.
So that side has the AC. Okay.
Yeah. Like the headboard is low because you've got that slanted.
You have a slanted room. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll need to
But
get some dimensions to help you buy the right scale. But even if it went in front of the air conditioner a little bit, Dee, it's not a problem because the louvers, the air comes from above in those top louvers. What about that side?
Oh,
Well, I'm just seeing.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see all the way to the corner, to the left, to the left. Oh, plenty of space.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. She has more opportunity.
Good.
So now she does have some chest of drawers on the other side.
Yeah, I saw those.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
They're two
how did
different.
those turn out once you got rid of all the summer stuff?
Okay, so I didn't go through that for summer
I knew
because
you were going to say that.
because
Like, listen, you gave me enough projects. Okay. She did great. Because
She
I don't
did.
know
She
how.
did excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's the before compared to just that little tweak to now. Excellent. Yes. I
and
approve.
so one of these dressers is my husband, the tall one, and the longer one is mine. But I don't have summer clothes in mine. That's one thing. Only my gym clothes, and that's it. I don't have summer clothes.
Okay, so but your drawer closes, right?
Yeah, they
This
close it.
side's not closing. So I don't know if you got the thing I sent you for the drawer organizers to help you organize the drawers so that they would be neater. So you could do the envelope folds so you can see what's
Mm,
in the drawer. Because usually drawers get like that when you can't find what you're looking for, right?
that's true.
But if you can see everything because they're filed next to each other in a row, then it makes it easier and you can keep things neater for longer. Another
Okay.
thing to remember is that your spaces is your container. And so you can't go any further than what you have space for. So you
Yeah.
always have to figure out a way to keep things under control. When you bring things into the house, something has to be removed, one for one. So if you're going to get a new shirt, it needs to be replacing an old shirt, not just adding. That's how you end up with too many things in your space. So everything you have, loving it is the best thing. And also,
She's
go
not
over
feeling you. Look at her face. What? That is not happening.
we're gonna also go over creating some type of system for your wardrobe because, otherwise it's just gonna be a constant battle, over
That's
space.
so you're right.
Okay. Okay.
Instead of
Okay.
D.
It's time for me to interject. So Dee has her very wonderful method. Okay. And you want to embrace the method.
Yes.
Okay. Mhm. However, reality is sometimes you just can't part with it, right? Something that you really love, but you fall in love with something new. It's okay to have two things you love. It's okay to have 20 things you love. But you get the concept, right? The concept is you just want to scale down. She loves a capsule wardrobe, and I embrace the capsule wardrobe idea, but I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by it, or this should never become a chore.
Okay.
So have fun, right,
Okay.
Dee?
This
Uh-uh.
to be this needs to be we're gonna have to rip the Band-Aid the first time.
Oh my God.
And that way we don't do it again.
Okay, I see. Okay, so I did buy those envelope, what do they call them? Those section stuff when I had my baby because I had so much of her blankets and stuff. So I do have some left over. And I just remember because I didn't order any, but I have two left over. So I could try it out.
Yeah. See how it works in your drawers and if it helps you any. Sometimes we don't regularly purge things. We only wear 20% of our wardrobe.
Yeah.
80% of the time. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Yeah. I actually saw clothes that I could actually wear. That day I cleaned it out. I put on a whole new outfit that I haven't wore ever. I put on
Yeah.
a sweater that I hadn't yet for 2 years with these pants that I haven't worn in ages. And I'm like, and then I saw things in my closet that I could pair and match and put together, like my sweat during the weekend, like my comfy clothes. Now I'm going to actually wear something that it says something, not just sweats.
It makes you
I
feel
was
like
just
you
about
can
to
do
say,
things.
Yeah.
so you have space to rotate because
Yeah.
now you know about these Ziploc bags. So what you
Ah,
can do is all the clothes you've been wearing 20% of the time, you're probably tired of it because now you found new clothes that you haven't been wearing. You can take those 20% of clothes that you've been wearing and you could give them a year off if you want. Because by the time you rediscover them next year, you're going to love them again. As long as these are things that you love. So you can rotate your wardrobe as often as you like. And I think that's one of the best ways to keep your wardrobe fresh, your look fresh, and your money fresh, right? Because you're not
Yeah.
spending too much money. When you
yeah.
buy quality clothing and you buy clothing that's not really so trendy, it can
Mhm.
constantly keep just revolving, but you take good care of it by washing it properly, you store it properly,
Mhm.
then you can actually put those things away for 6 months or whatever amount of time. Even during the season, you could put them away just for a month. Like during the
It's a
summer.
really, really good advice. That's excellent. I'm going to take from there.
I do that a lot because let me tell you, I had these polo shirts. I used to be like a polo shirt girl, and I'm talking about the button down because I used to like to wear 'em with my
Oh,
shorts, and I used
Yeah.
to like to roll the sleeves up and put a
Mhm.
sweater over it.
your preppy, that was
Yeah.
your preppy era. Mhm.
So I put my preppy clothes away. I knew I didn't want to get rid of them. These are well-made shirts, right?
Yeah.
And they're always
Right.
gonna be in style. So I didn't want to get rid of them.
I'm
I'm away.
saying,
So
love you now.
we go through so many phases in life, right? I dress differently, but I know I'm going back to those other clothes. I like to do different things, right? So you'll always have beautiful clothes to refresh because I know you have good taste, Sheikah, and I know you're not buying cheap clothing.
No.
So your clothes are going to be so nice that you could just rotate,
Yeah.
from time to time and always look fresh. You'll always feel like you're buying stuff, but you're
Yeah.
not shopping in your own house.
So glad you said that, Z, because for those of us that do invest in really, really great garments that, I've got pieces that are so timeless, but they are absolutely
Mhm.
well made, well
Mhm.
constructed. And I used to actually have things tailored. So I think I haven't done that in a long time, but I feel like it's important to make that determination that there are things that you'll want to keep. So instead of throwing them out or giving them away, because I give a lot of stuff, I got people coming on Monday for bags of stuff. I donate a lot. At the end of the day, you have pieces that you really, really love and feel, you
Connected
want to keep them, right?
to
So putting them away someplace, that's excellent. I love that. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm happy now.
me. I always saw my mother use the Ziploc bags for like storing like quilts and comforters, and I
It
never.
never dawned on you, right?
And now that I separated my summer clothes and I did it like casual summer dresses, I put them in the suitcase. Really, right? I put them in a suitcase and they fit, and I'm like, I can just
Wow.
bring this. I don't really have to pack when I go away. I could just really take the suitcase, add my toiletries, some shoes, and just take the bags with me because they're already so flat. I have so much clothes and still room. Suitcase.
I know people
Exactly.
who travel that way because they can't decide what to wear. So they take everything and
Uh,
that is how they do it. Yep.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a really
I
good.
have notes about
It's
this,
just,
Oh, Lord.
but it's okay. I won't overwhelm you guys. With this
Thank you. We
But
appreciate
I do have notes about the travel and the
it.
packing.
We know. We know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And actually, I'm a little bit like her though. When I go on vacation, now I'm a little spoiled. I'm going to tell on myself a lot of times. I'm going to start traveling more this year, but I usually go to one of two places where I don't have to pack a bag at all. I just show up because
oh,
the stuff
uh,
is already there. But
yes.
I have been known to go to a Marshalls or whatever and buy if I need something because I pack so little. Because I don't like the whole taking bags through airport. I'm
Yep.
over it.
I
I'm
don't
Yes.
over
like checking
it.
any bag. No.
I don't check anything. Yeah.
Mm-mm,
I,
mm-mm,
I don't like to check bags either.
mm-mm.
Yep. Carry on is an issue too.
It is. How about that? They knew it because they saw that we got with the program. So now they're trying to get it. Anyway, I
I gotta
digress.
show you. I gotta show you my carry-on suitcase. It's this small and
Good for
this
you.
high.
So
It fits
smart.
right underneath the seat.
I
It's
love it.
huge. I can put everything in there, and you can use those Ziploc bags, roll them up,
Love
tuck
it.
it in, and get your toiletries in and your shoes.
Love it. Love it.
I will need you to measure the inside of the closet so we can
Okay.
get you a closet system. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm gonna need you to go through all those drawers and do
Okay.
your separation. Great
Mhm.
idea of doing the categories. I was gonna say that to you. So that
Mhm.
way you know what's in each bag and it's easier for you. We need you to measure the size of the bed so we can find a proper storage. I'm calling them nightstands. They're not nightstands, but they're gonna act as your nightstands. Okay.
Okay.
Because I noticed you have some toiletries also. You're gonna need space for that because some of your things are gonna become displaced. So that's the other thing. I'll need to know what's becoming displaced so we can help you store that as well or display it pretty because I'm sure it's probably like deodorant, lotions, perfume,
Yeah.
that. You will need some shoe storage bins more than likely because you're gonna need
Okay.
stack your shoes
Mhm.
because putting them next to each other won't work.
Mhm.
Clear bins so you can see each pair of shoes. You'll separate yours from your husband's so that way it's super easy for you both to, find
Um,
what you need. And let him know your system so that way he can help keep it up.
yeah.
It's like, yeah,
That's
that's going to be
a whole nother tea over interiors.
So that's pretty much it for me for the notes for the closet. I think
Okay.
it's gonna be great. We are gonna remove those over
Yeah. Door
Good.
hook.
door hooks because when you have proper fitting doors, you don't have enough space for those to actually close. So your
Right.
doors are new, your house looks like it's newer construction, so it's properly aligned. And we don't want them to become off alignment because that can happen when you're constantly trying to shove those
Mhm.
closed. So we'll figure out another way with the closet systems, get you some hooks and things like that.
And they'll rub the paint too. You'll
It
notice
rubs
that
the paint to
around the
the
jam
door.
Yeah, and they
It
started to
doesn't look good.
scoring.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's gotta be sanded down and whatever if you're like me and hate to look at that stuff. I think you're gonna be in great shape. You have some of the methods now.
What's your biggest takeaway from what Dee has shared? Mostly Dee, because I don't do that well with organization. She's got to come help me. And I'm bad. I have a whole room that I turned into a walk-in closet.
That's what I
Girl,
It encourages
temptation,
more.
temptation. It's just like a whole explosion going on in there now.
Oh my God. I'm not.
Yeah, I need help. But anyway,
You'll be the
I
next one,
digress.
Felicia. I'll be the
I know, right? I should be on our podcast.
I guess.
Felicia's crazy closet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. My biggest takeaway is when something comes in new, get rid of something old.
I love it.
That's my biggest takeaway. It's sticking with me because one of your other episodes, you guys talked about being like an over consumer of things.
Mhm.
And that episode stuck with, like, I think about it every day. I'm like, do I need this? And trying to just make the
Tear it
space
down.
like just a little more empty and getting rid of stuff that I don't need. So that's the biggest takeaway. When I get something new, just get rid of something that I don't use. Yeah.
Love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
I
Thank you,
love
guys.
that. Good. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, God. I really, really appreciate it. And I look forward to giving you all the information you need because once this is done, I really feel like I'm going to have like a relaxation moment when I really come into my bedroom instead of feeling overwhelmed and a to-do list, like remove this, clean up that. And I really need that in my
It's
life.
It creates a little, I won't even say anxiety, but it makes you feel you're holding in your vibration, in
Yeah.
your energy, a little stagnation. And sometimes if you feel stuck in your energy, it'll manifest in,
Yeah.
outworkings in your life. So I know that, firsthand. Dee knows that firsthand. So we're constantly looking to pare down, declutter, remove. And if I look at things too long, I'm like, yeah, I got to get on that. Like today is a get on it day.
Hey, all right. Bye, guys. Everybody. Okay, guys, it's your turn. You ready to be on a podcast? In our show notes today, you will find a link that you can fill out and you can request to be on the show and be our next consultation. If you enjoyed this episode and want more like it, remember to like and share, and you can send us an email at tovainteriors.com and tell us how much you enjoyed it. Thanks so much and have a great day. Thanks for listening. If you like our show, please leave a 5-star rating. We'll see you next week.